Welcome to Alien Investigations, the show that investigates UFOs, alien phenomenon, and strange news around the world.
Welcome to Alien Investigations, and in this episode, we're going to be checking out something that I discovered on January the 19th of 2020 this year. So that was like 4 months ago. I was outside filming the Sirius star. Well, at least I thought that's what I was filming. I had no clue because when I would zoom in, it had that blue color like the Sirius star has. Come to find out, it was actually Venus. So I had to change the video title because I did put that out on the 20th of January. But something incredible happened while I was filming. And I seen something eclipse the whole planet from top to bottom. So it was pretty weird and strange, and I put the video out to see if anyone else had any idea of what I had seen. But what happened was most people said it could have been possibly a planet, or some people had other types of speculations, but I wanted to find out for myself, so I finally broke down. So I jumped into a couple of programs and some websites to do a little research to see if I could find anything that could possibly have eclipsed Venus. So let's jump into the computer right now and go over some of the research that I found. So I did a bit of investigation work on this particular video here, the planet Venus eclipse caught on camera. Now, when I first uploaded this back on January the 19th, well, actually on the 20th because I've made the video on the 19th, but in 2020 of this year, I thought it was Sirius, so this title was different, but I renamed it to be accurate, and it said Sirius Star Eclipse caught on camera, right? Okay, so I'm using my Sony HX400V, which has a 1200mm lens here, and this is the time of the date that I actually shot it, which was the 1st of 19th. Okay, and I uploaded this on the 20th, as you can see here. So what we're investigating is what the hell eclipsed Venus, and it didn't go across the planet, it went up and down, so let's check it out. And it didn't take very long, as you can see here. It's halfway through the planet already, and there it goes. So really weird. So I have no clue what this is, guys, and that's why I'm doing some investigating work right now. So let me go to the program. Okay, so we're in Stellarium, which is a really cool software that you can download for free, and it shows you where the planets are, and as well as different stars and constellations and all that cool stuff. But this isn't a tutorial about this. If you'd like to see a kind of brief tutorial about this, leave it in the comments and I'll put it up for you guys. But it's really cool. And so what I'm doing here is I went back in time, as you can see right here on the date and time. I've got it set for January 19th, 2020 is when I shot this video, and I found this eclipse of Venus. And really, at first when I uploaded the video, as I said, I thought it was Sirius. But apparently Sirius was over here in the southeast, all right? So here's Sirius, right? But what I caught was looking at this direction over here at Venus. So if you click on these things, it'll give you some information about what it is, a planet or a star or whatnot. So really cool stuff, guys. But what I'm trying to figure out is what the hell eclipsed Venus? Because there's nothing else close to its path that's in between Venus to make that eclipse. And as you can see, it was going up and down and not side to side, so that was pretty interesting. So let's go ahead and check out some of the stuff that I went into investigating to try and find some information about this stuff. Okay, so this was the video. We showed you the eclipse. Okay, so let's take a look here. So here's a 3D illustration. This is pretty cool. As you can see where the planets are on a specific date and time. And as you can see, there's a little slider up here. You can type in the date, right? So what I want to go back to is January 19th, right? Okay, so this is accurate, right? Here's the Earth, and when I was at my home here looking southways, I seen Venus to the southwest, right? And that's accurate. But there's nothing else in between here that could have had anything to eclipse. There's no planets in between the Earth and Venus. So the only thing that could have eclipsed Venus was the moon, right? But of course, the moon, if we search for the moon at this time, we can see that it goes in the grass pretty much, and that's because the moon was way out of sight during this time, so there's no way in hell that it could have been the moon, okay? I wouldn't have even seen the moon. It's way behind the earth, past my horizontal field of view, so I couldn't even see the moon, right? It's way the hell over here, you know, on the other side of the earth pretty much. So that's out of the question, right? One other thing that I was thinking about is the ISS could have maybe crossed Venus, right? So let's take a look. As we can see, as we hear it comes up here, right here. And this is about the time that I was filming the video, around 7 o'clock. But if we advance this, we could see that it's nowhere near to eclipse Venus going up and down, right? So it's like going towards the west up here. So that's out of the question as well. So let's go back to the other sites over here. So it's not the ISS. Venus does not have any moons. Neither does Mercury. So that's out of the question. So let's just take a look at some other things that I found over here. So it's csky.org, as you can see up here. And really there was nothing in here on that date that showed anything. They showed January 10th for a full moon. Of course, we couldn't even see the moon at this time. January 10th here, and then the 24th just shows a new moon. So nothing here to relate to what kind of an eclipse we had. So on this other site, when the curves line up, I seen a little ad that said January 19th, which that's what I had searched for in Google to see what came up. And it just shows Venus sparkling in the southwestern sky, okay? Pretty much all they show right there. It doesn't mention anything about anything that would be happening, any kind of eclipse, anything going over the planet or between us and the planet. And it doesn't talk about anything like something going in between Venus and us or anything like that. Okay, that wasn't helpful at all. Okay, so I went a little deeper and found on February 22nd, which this doesn't line up anyways because we shot this on the 19th. But basically what this says is Venus is going to be close to the star, okay? But this star here is actually behind Venus, right? Because it's further away, so it can't go in front of Venus to block it out. So that's out of the question. So I kept on researching, and let's see what else. I found this for Venus January 19th, and it just really doesn't show anything else as well that could have been passing in front of Venus. So again, another dead end here, and this was the last site that I searched and found something, and still again nothing to determine what the hell I seen, but it was just showing that Venus was heading towards Neptune. But then again, this is not on the same day as what I saw as well, and of course we wouldn't have seen anything as this, as Venus is a lot closer than Neptune is, so Venus would have eclipsed Neptune. It wouldn't have been showing a dark shadow in the front. So I have no idea what this was, guys. I have no idea what eclipsed Venus. I'd like to know, so if any of you guys know or have any kind of idea, or if you've done any other research, please let me know, because this is pretty strange. Pretty weird, guys. I don't know. So anyway, if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe now. Again, if you have any idea what the hell this is, leave me some comments below on what your thoughts are. So that's going to wrap up this episode of Alien Investigations. Remember to keep your phones and cameras ready, as you never know when you'll see something strange or unexplainable. I'll see you right back here on a new episode of Alien Investigations. Hey brother, watch another!